All right, here we go, folks. We've got ourselves a fresh new series coming at ya. Spawning up at the top right for Dragon Kitesy Gaming, it is Dark. In the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left for Team Matcherino, it is NightMare. In the blue. NightMare, one of the hottest commodities in Korea right now. Not in terms of necessarily being the best player, but I would say he's probably had the most impressive rise of any Korean player in the last, well, I would say this year, maybe last 12 months. At DreamHack Atlanta last year, he kind of popped off. Played really, really well. I believe he knocked out Estrella and Scarlet, unless I'm mistaken. And just recently, he's put up some absolutely banger performances against both Serral and Maru. He lost both of those as far as I know. But against Serral, he actually had a terrible start. A Glaive Adept attack with a proxy gate that went completely unscouted, got completely scouted, got nothing done. Literally didn't even get rolling. Then the Glaive attack happened anyways. It got shut down super hard. Serral got up to, I think, 4 bases, or at least 3 bases on Neo Humanity with the high yield gas base. And then randomly, NightMare did like a 3-base blink attack, a blink stalker all in, and almost killed Serral anyways. And then right at the tipping point, right as he was starting to break through and maybe win the game, he blinked all of his stalkers forward after perfect blink micro for like maybe 3 minutes straight. He blinked all of his stalkers directly into Serral's army and lost all of his momentum and then lost the game. And this was World Team League, so it was a best of 2. And then he just lost the game from there straight up. Lost game 2. Like, he just had nothing going his way. But it was kind of wild. By the way, we do see Dark doing what Dark loves to do, which is sending out 2 lanes onto the map. And he used just 2 lanes, and it was enough to get NightMare to not send his Adept straight across the map. And Dark, he manages to take his hatchery, gets 1 extra drone out. Very cute stuff. Really cute little play from Dark. It is Void Ray first coming out of NightMare. Oh, where'd the Adept shade? Oh, just shaded back home. So NightMare Dark gets away with building a late second set of lings and just 4 lings in general. Pretty nice start for Dark. He's going to scout this Void Ray. This is a good play in general against Dark because Dark does tend to send 2 Overlords across the map quite frequently. But in this game, he's only sent the 1, and he's pulling back the other exposed Overlords. He's got all 4, I guess really 3. They're all going to be back over creep, and therefore in a position of, I would say, pretty much total safety. Especially with these 2 queens here at the third base, you're not getting anything done. We are going to be seeing NightMare. He only went for 2 gateway units for the third base, so he's able to get that relatively quickly. And it's Oracle Void Ray, or Void Ray Oracle, straight into Twilight Council and Forge. So we are going to see NightMare going for a very quick, I believe, blink in +1. Oracle will get in on the third base, grabs 1, 2 drones. Smooth Oracle micro here from NightMare. But, oh, no. Oh, he didn't put it in the right spot. He's going to lose it. No, NightMare. Oh, jeez. And that's his only Oracle. That is his only Oracle. Ay, ay, ay. That is brutal for NightMare right there. 2 drones, such a nice start. And then you lose the Oracle. And it goes from a nice start to a terrible one. This is a fantastic start for Dark now. By the way, sentries warping in, Blinken +1, and a robotics facility. Are we going to see a Colossus transition in double robo? Or are we just going to see like a warp prism and just go, go, go? I think the big tell there is whether we see a 5th and 6th gas or not. Oh, man, that's a lot of sentries. And this is going to be an all-in. Oh, well, NightMare able to get the cancel there. That's pretty nice. Slows down the 4th base. But Dark, he's already getting in a +1 missile and roach speed. Those will not be done in time for the first wave of this push. NightMare should stop at 60 probes. And, yep, looks like that's exactly what he's doing. This attack will have teeth. Look at the timing. 620. Dark, for his part, he knows what's up. He's figured it out. There's only one Void Ray, one Oracle, only 2 Stargate units. And NightMare is a... He is a player that really loves his Blink Stalkers. Dark is going to see what is going on. Oh, he's going to set up a little flank here. Will catch all the sentries in the back. These roaches, they're going to be able to get most of the sentries down. Oh, wow. No, good blink from NightMare. Blinks behind the force fields. That was actually great from NightMare. He only lost one of these sentries. Dark, though, is trying to flood in on top of this. He's building a Spire, but he needs to focus on not dying right this instant. Big Corrosive Vials landing. A lot of these Stalkers really low on HP now. NightMare, though, is doing a pretty good job of retaining. He's only lost 2 Stalkers so far. Dark, this is not so easy for him. NightMare, there's a reason I say he's got the best Blink Stalker micro in Korea, the best pure Blink Stalker micro. Targeting down the Ravagers now. Dark is struggling to get out enough units to hold. It is still very close. Ooh, NightMare, though, starting to run out of HP and run out of units. Dark might just barely have enough. And yes, he will. And now the momentum is broken. Dark holds his 4th base. He's finished up his Spire. NightMare behind this adds on a robotics. Robotics bay. Still only single robo, though. So he's not going to be able to pump out a bunch of disruptors or Colossus. It's just going to be one at a time. Damn, this was close. Oh, War Prism on the top side. There are 4 Zealots in here. No charge, though. Oh, and the Mutas, do they want to reveal themselves for this? I honestly wouldn't have hated it if they had. Dark, a little bit supply blocked here at 160, but as I say that, the Overlord's complete, and he's able to finish things up here. Ooh, Stalkers in the middle of the map do get caught a little bit. Can Dark get any of these unit kills? He will get at least 1, 2. Oh, blink back, blink back. Okay, there we go. Ooh, trying to bait his opponent forward into the Disruptor. It connects on 3 roaches, but if he loses the Disruptor, well, he won't. It's a moot point. However, the Mutas in the main base, they're going to be able to grab quite... only 3 probes. Not bad. The supplies obviously don't look pretty for NightMare, but it's not like Dark's tech is fantastic, and NightMare... Oh, wow, that actually clipped the Ravager? Damn. How many Disruptors do we have? Just 2. Where's the second one? There are 2 Robos now. Stalkers are blinking back. We need to see more Disruptors joining the field. But so far, the Blink Micro from NightMare is very good. Oh, as I say that, he stands in a couple Corrosive Vials for a much longer period than he needed to. We need to see more Disruptors right now. Like, right now. That is way too much Roach Ravager for 2 Disruptors to handle. NightMare missing probably 2 full rounds. Or, sorry, 2 full Disruptors. A full round of production at least on those Disruptors. So a little bit of a misstep from NightMare. But of course, he was focused on not dying. However, I mean, a big part of not dying is making sure you keep the macro up. 2 more probes go down, but only 2 mutas left over, so this is kind of fine. NightMare does see this army coming. Oh, he's got the disruptors here. Firing both out like that. I don't think I like that. We need to see the other 2 disruptors getting into the fight right now. NightMare. He's going to try and blink back. Battery overcharge is available. There's the other 2 disruptors. NightMare could be on like 8 disruptors by now. Or at the very least 6. With 7 and 8 on the way. Maybe he's expecting that Dark teched into Hive quicker and that Vipers would already be on the way. But that's not the case. It just started. NightMare could currently be getting ready to hit a timing. And in fact, he still might be heading that direction. He's on 68 probes. On 4 bases. His +3 weapons is getting very close. Dark, I don't know. He's got to slow this game down a fair bit. But he just built a ton of Hydras. They do have +2 missile, which is great. And they're getting close to +1 Carapace as well. But they just finished Groove Spines. No range. Or no speed just yet. They literally have range. Ooh, Zealots on the top side. They're going to find a couple of drones. Wow, look at that. Spore Crawler Extractor Morph here from Dark. They'll be able to deal with these Zealots. Very nicely done. Oh, Hydra's on the right side. NightMare, no, no, no. Oh, War Prism goes down. Great stuff from Dark on the positioning. But NightMare getting caught out big time. Dark, oh, that's a big blink forward here from NightMare. Nice spread from Dark. Disruptor will connect on a single unit here. But now Lurkers are out. This is going to slow this down significantly. NightMare is adding on a Fleet Beacon here. And Zealot run by on the top side. It grabs 2 drones. Ooh. Lurkers, where are they? They're at the 4th base. Zealots on the top side. They're going to start tearing through these queens. Even with Mass Transfuse, this is a little bit of a struggle. But now with all of these roaches rotating will be a good thing. However, NightMare is able to counter-rotate. And if he moves fast on this base, he will potentially be able to knock it out. There's only 3 Lurkers here. Oh, Disruptors. Well, they get some good connections. He blows up 1 Lurker. Gets a couple spores. NightMare's trading really well here. Oh, wow. It's somehow almost dead even. Ooh, Disruptor's got to be careful. Carrier does start up. There's only single Stargate. No, there's 3 Stargates. Okay. Okay, NightMare can, yeah, get up into these air upgrades. As well as Carriers. Ooh, he's got to be careful, though. The Disruptors, he leaves them exposed. Will lose 2 of them. But that is going to cost Dark a fair number of units. However, I think 2 Disruptors for a little bit of Roach Ravager. I think Dark will take that right now. NightMare does have these Zealots on the bottom side getting found. Dark, good Lurker positioning at the top of the ramp. Oh, big blink forward. Adaptive Talons allows the Lurkers to burrow, but good target fire from NightMare will take them down. This will be a bit of a mini base trade here. Archons on the 4th base are going to get mostly targeted down, only 1 of them completing, and it will have to run for cover. NightMare, ooh, not hesitating at all, but he runs into the Lurkers with the Stalkers. Zealots did tank there enough, but NightMare just lost a lot, and Dark on the other side of the map just ran through this 4th base. And Dark able to replenish a lot more effectively than NightMare has been. +3 missile is about to complete. We do see Carriers out, but they're only +1 Carriers against +1 Carapace. Hydras, oh, and the Hydras, they actually jump 1 Carrier. They're going to kill another. The +3 missile tearing through, and the Hydras killing the unmicroed Carriers because NightMare was looking at the other side of the map. And Dark's just going to win the game with this counterattack, I think. Lurkers are crushing it on the 3rd base. Oh, Dark just managing this situation so much better. He's going to kill +2 air weapons. He's going to finish up his own +2 Carapace. Recall at the third base, but it's way too little too late, I think. Oh, great split on against the disruptor shot here. Dark, he can just knock out all the tech and go into the main base of his opponent. He's also going to take out the observers. It doesn't even matter. There's nothing left for NightMare. NightMare is dead. Dark, doing dark things, channeling the dark magic. He will take game number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left for Dragon Kitesy Gaming. It is Dark. In the red. And his opponent. Spawning down in the bottom right for Maturino. It is NightMare. In the blue. I mean, that initial attack looked promising. The Blink Stalker attack, it was starting to gain momentum. But there was a couple of times where NightMare just took a couple of big corrosive biles to the face. And it really felt like that was just enough for Dark to overrun and drive it back. But NightMare was starting to gain momentum with that. And then after that, I was like, oh man, this game looks pretty over. But nah, NightMare gets up to a 4th base. He adds the disruptors, holds the attack. I will say that I think if he'd gotten up to like 6 disruptors right as quickly as he could have, or even 4 for the first setup, and then went from there, maybe he could have crushed that attack a little bit harder. And then maybe the counterattack actually has enough teeth and hits fast enough to break through. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee, but I think it's a possibility. But Dark, well, he was able to put on enough pressure to slow down NightMare. And that allowed him to get the lurkers out, which then allowed him to just kind of force some mistakes out of NightMare. And then Dark just handled the base trade monstrously better. Way better. That's the breakdown of what happened kind of in game number 1. As we get into game 2, we do see, well, NightMare allowing Dark once again to take this 3rd base where he wants to. Oh, NightMare does elect to shade forward with the 1 adept. Dark splitting his lings 1 by 1. But look at this. He forces the adept to stay home, or at least he convinces NightMare to keep it at home initially. And that gives time for the first Zergling to come back home. Dark's going to have 4 Zerglings out here by the time this adept could shade forward, so Dark's prepared. Once again, Dark gets away with just a little bit of greed by 1 reputation, and 2 kind of leaning into that reputation with the Zergling movement. I love when players do this. I love this so much. Anyone who hasn't seen Dark play would be like, man, NightMare's adept movement makes no sense. But no, it makes a ton of sense because NightMare, Dark so many times has run Zerglings into his opponent's base. He sends 2 Zerglings into the natural. It's a random move, but it really forces you to reconsider how you do things early on. Ooh, can this get a creep tumor? Oh, not quite. I think 2 ticks of damage more needed, which sounds like a lot, but is actually not a lot for a Void Ray. Void Rays shoot very quick. Oh, can he get the... No, he can't. In fact, he takes a fair bit of hull damage once again. Dark. Oh, good positioning on the queens at the 3rd base. Are we once again going to see... Yeah, we're going to see Void Ray Oracle. This time, though, no Forge. Dark, though, does get supply blocked at 66, and it's a pretty bad one. He will have Overlords popping out before his next round of injects pop. But this is not great from Dark. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Dark gets supply blocked more than any Zerg at this level, I think. But he also seems totally unaffected by it. Did NightMare get the scout on the Evo chamber? No, he did not. So he does not know that he is likely going to be going for a Blink Stalker attack into a less than optimal setup. Void Ray does run out of its prismatic alignment. Oh, I don't think I don't think Dark needed to actually cancel that. I think... Oh, it's so tough. It's so tough to call. But I think he could have gotten away with keeping that alive. NightMare is going to drop a pylon. This will be another Blink Stalker all in, but it's going to be even faster. Even faster. And I think we're going to see a proxy gateway with this as well. This is going to be no sentry. Damn, look at this blink timing. That is such a fast blink all in. Now, of course, this will be a slow warp in pylon for a while, but not indefinitely. And of course, the +1 melee is going to help out a lot. +1 carapace that Dark just started up, that won't matter at all. That is an irrelevant upgrade. Except for the fact that it costs Dark a fair bit of money. Ooh. There's no Oracle with this. It is at home. So Revelation will not be available. That was a kill? No, it was a cancel. Okay, wow. So it's actually better for Dark that he canceled the hatchery earlier, because it allowed him to cancel this one now as well. Behind this, +2 melee and +1 carapace. Dark is thinking about ultras. He's thinking about super uber cracklings, and he's thinking about ultras later. NightMare added on the 5th and 6th gas. He's teching out of this, getting charge, getting Templar Archives, and getting a Forge. One Forge, though? I don't think that's enough. Look at this. Dark's literally starting the Hive before his opponent starts +1 weapons. That's less than ideal. Oh. Dark switching all of the roaches he built into Ravagers. Oh. NightMare defending the pylon on the right. I don't even know if Dark... Okay, Dark does know about it. Dark's creep spread, by the way, is pretty great. The Void Ray, it'll pick up a couple of coincidental kills, but it's not going to keep this alive. Oh, speaking of not keeping things alive, yeah, this is a cancel. 100%. Good job from Dark. And look at that. He starts up +2 carapace when his opponent's +1 is halfway done. Zealots are never going to two-shot Lings in this game. And that's a bad time. Storm not landing at all really here. Hitting a lot of units that were going into the stasis ward. Oh, now that's a pretty decent Storm. Like, I don't know, Kev. This does not look so great. Dark looking like he might get it done with Mass Ling here. And he's finished up the burrow. Dark, when he gets on his horse with Zerglings, oh man. Is he ever one of the nastiest players to go up against? He can make players look so bad. And they're not, but he just makes them look that way. And yeah, there we go. We see a pretty decent number of Zerglings. Or a pretty even number of Zerglings and Zealots in terms of supply or cost value. Warpers in the main base. I mean, there's 3 queens there to greet it, as well as a lot of creeps. So the queens are going to have a good amount of mobility. No Baneling nests. Oh, this is not the fight for Dark. Hey, we'll lose a few Zerglings there, but it's a small number. And during all this, he's getting close to +2 Carapace. Chitinous plating is about 40% of the way done, and 5 Ultras are about to pop. Adrenal glands is coming online now. Like, these Zerglings are cracked. They are cracklings. The Ultras are going to be jacked. And +2 is only about halfway done for the Protoss. NightMare is going to get pummeled by these Ultras. There's no Immortals. There's just a few Archons. There's a lot of High Templar. Oh, these Zealots, they just tickle the Ultras. Sheesh. Oh, Corrosive Biles almost landing on the High Templar. Storms do hit a couple of drones. Zealots will force a cancel on the top right. 2 Robos coming on in. Oh, no, there is already a Robo on the way, or on the field. Oh, there's a few transfuses available. Corrosive Biles almost landing on the High Templar again. Not quite, though. Counterattack on the other side of the map is starting to break through. There's 2 Ultras here, which means that the battery overcharge not going to be enough to keep this alive. A lot of drones have fallen on the right side. Hang on. NightMare is getting a lot more done than I expected. And he's going to come home. He's going to kill a couple Ultras, maybe. I mean, this is a chaotic game here. Extremely chaotic. The Warpism in the main base, well, it's kind of just on its own. Archons. Oh, can he chase down these Ultras? He needs to. He can't let these get away, I don't think. Because Dark, even though he loses a lot of drones, he's able to replenish very easily. Oh, NightMare, no defenses on this base anymore. We are going to see a lot of probes going down in instants. Now, a couple of Ultras will fall. Oh, there we go. There's the burrowed Ling play. After he knocks out the static defenses, we got 3 Immortals at a time. But, I mean, these are 3-2 Ultras. We don't see any spellcasters being added on for Dark. No Vipers, no Infestors. There's the Unburrow on the Zerglings here, but they're going to get cleaned up. Oh my god, there's literally 1 left. Ooh, Ling Ultra on the bottom side. That is a lot of Archons. That's a shield battery here. Battery overcharge available. NightMare's doing a good job of not dying straight up to being clowned by Ling Ultra. But... oh, Lings, if they run it... oh my god. There was an opportunity. They could have actually run in right there. Yeah, Dark's going to need to either tech up the Broodlords or add on Vipers or maybe Neural Parasite for the Immortals or Archons. Like his army... NightMare's army, even though it's out-upgraded by 3 upgrades, it's a lot higher quality, and it counters a lot of Dark's army. But Dark wants to base trade. He is trying to force the base trade right now. Oh, NightMare's got to be careful with a High Templar. That is 5 High Templar, almost maxed out on energy. Ooh, he's going to force a mistake of positioning. Oh, NightMare's going to lose 1-2 Archons. And Dark... he's going to kill this base. Yeah, that base is fallen. Right? Yeah, there it goes. Down it goes. Cannon's going to go down as well, which means no detection without the Oracle's Revelation. Oh, Storm just killed the Observer. That is a lot of Archons here, I will say that. And Dark is... I mean, he's throwing away a fair bit. Oh, 2 accidental Swarm Hosts. Not just the 1. Good burrow, by the way, on the drones on the top side. NightMare still hasn't been able to afford, or hasn't started +3. Dark is getting close to 3-1-3 upgrades. But the Zealots, nonetheless, they might just kill this base. If they clicked it, they would have. But there is a focus on the top side where NightMare is trying to corral Dark's army. Dark, once again, wants to force a base trade, I think, here. I don't think he wants to fight straight up. At the very least, he wants to fight smaller portions of his opponent's army. Ooh, this Archon morph. Oh, well, it won't protect the probes that are on the rally. I think Dark is in some trouble, maybe? Oh, but getting into the natural is a problem for NightMare. And Dark will be able to get into the base of his opponent. He managed to sneak a lot of these units across the map, did force the recall, and kills 22 probes. Oh, that's not ideal for NightMare. I love the accidental swarm host. The worst unit in the game. Ooh, Zealot warping in the main base. That's going to find a few drones. However, the banks. NightMare's got none. Dark has big bang. Double War Prism, by the way. Very cool. The upgrades are making a pretty big difference here. Oh, Banelings. Oh, they finally got made. NightMare will be able to clean up all the Zerglings. He does have an observer with this. Dark adding on 6 more Ultras. Going up to, it's going to be 12 Ultras total. That is so many Archons, though. 13 Archons. The thing is, especially with these upgrades, the Ultras, if they find the right fight, can crush these Archons. And this might be it, actually. Ooh, Corrosive Biles do take down the Void Ray. Archons and Immortals coming in from the side. Dark already cooking through the bottom side Archons, though. Kills off that last one. And Dark can replenish. NightMare cannot. That didn't look so bad for NightMare in terms of costs. But in the context of the game, it was a disaster. Storm on. Oh, Corrosive Biles connecting on a couple. No, actually, maybe just one High Templar. I don't know if there's enough to actually fight these Ultras anymore. There's 6 Ultras here. Ooh, Dark is going to roll forward with a bunch of Banes. We'll be able to take down none of the static defense, actually. The Banelings kind of split up where they connected. Dark's economy has been kind of hampered, but he double re-expands. He's still outmining his opponent by a huge amount. Even though NightMare rebuilt this 3rd base, he's still only on 4 bases versus Dark, who is, well, he's about to be on 7, I believe. Dark knows there's no battery overcharge, so he takes the fight on the left side, will crush a significant portion of his opponent's army, and he's also hitting into the natural. He burns through the static defense, will crush this probe line, and now he is going to crush through the natural as well. This Immortal on its own will not live up to its name. Might take down 1, maybe even 2 Ultras. It's actually doing really, really well right here. Great positioning. Excellent usage of the Sim City, but it's ultimately not enough as Dark will get the job done with the Ling Ultra. Banelings, Ravagers, they played a role, but it was really the Ling Ultra. And honestly, the Cracklings more than anything that got the job done. Very well played by Dark. He will take game 2 and the series. Crushing victory for Dark. And if you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll catch you on the flip side.